Hey guys, what's up? I wouldn't necessarily say stressed, but my anxiety level right now is through the roof. I am tired. I'm very sleepy. You can hear my boys in the background playing with their toys and my son making noise. So today has been a really rough day, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. So this morning my husband got up at 4 to get ready to go to work. Before he leaves every morning, I always give him kisses, tell him I love him, tell him to have a good day and to be safe. I always tell him to be safe because once he leaves the house, I get super worried that he make it work okay, he come home okay, he's at work, he's okay. So this morning he got up, got ready to get ready for work, and my son woke up at 4 also. Now my son, my toddler, he never wakes up at 4 unless he goes to bed really early, which he did yesterday. He went to bed like 7 o'clock, so he woke up at 4 this morning. So when he woke up, he kept asking his daddy for his tablet, and normally his tablet is in the bathroom charging at night, but he was playing with his tablet in his room, and I guess he left it there and came in his bed and went to sleep. So the tablet wasn't charged all last night. And I know I'm rambling on, but I'm getting to the point. So my son woke up asking for his tablet. My husband was looking for the tablet, and then we told our son to go look for the tablet because he probably knows where last he left it, which he did. So he went in his room, found it, brought it to me, and I plugged it up to charge. And then my husband left, and I gave my son my phone to watch YouTube. It was 4 in the morning, and I know he wasn't gonna go back to sleep, so I was like, let me give him the phone, which is exactly what I'm gonna do right now, because he's been messing with the tablet all morning. It's now 1:28. He's been messing with it and won't let it charge. So right now I'm gonna give it to him so that he can, watch and be occupied while I go to my mom's job to pick her up. So hold on, I'm trying to get taking off my hotspot and put it on the Wi-Fi so you can use it. Okay, here you go.
Thanks, Mommy.
You're welcome, baby. So my husband left, and I was trying to go back to sleep while my son watched YouTube on my phone and while the baby was knocked out asleep. So while I was doing that, my phone started ringing, and I looked and I saw that it was my husband, and I was like, why is he calling me? He should be on his way to work. And I was like, okay. So I picked up the phone from my son and I answered it, and it's like when the words came out of his mouth, it didn't even hit me what he said. My phone is taking long to turn on so that he can get the phone. So it's like it didn't even register to me what he said. And pretty much what he said was, babe, I was just in a car accident. Somebody hit me and they left. They didn't check to make sure I was okay. And that's the one thing you do not want to hear, is the person you love is hurt. And immediately I blanked, and it's like it didn't hit me, or it didn't register what he just said. So I got up and I was just sitting on the bed, and he was like, he already called the police, and he's gonna call me back to let me know if I have to come pick him up, because he was in such a state of shock of what happened and how it happened that he didn't even realize how bad the car was hurt. I keep saying the car is hurt. Cars can't be hurt. How bad the damage was to the car. So he called me back after the cops came, and he was like, babe, can you come pick me up? And he told me where he was. Luckily, he wasn't too far from the house. He was like 15 minutes away. 10-15 minutes away. Or probably 5 minutes away, depending on the lack of traffic. So I was like, okay, baby, I'll come and get you. I got up, put my toddler in the car. I went to my mom's room and I told her what was going on, and picked up the baby, put the baby in the car, and went to go pick up my husband. And I saw the car and I was like, you know, thank God he's okay. So he was telling me what happened. So what happened was, he was driving, his light was green, he was still going. So it was beside the freeway. So it's the freeway where he was, it has two lights. So the first light is green, which means the second light is going to be green. So both lights are green and he's driving. When he got to the second light, right beside the freeway is another light. And the person, I guess they didn't realize that their light was red and they were speeding. So they didn't even press their brakes. That's how you know that they didn't even realize what's going on. The person hit his passenger side, and he said if he didn't know what to do, the car would have probably wrapped around the pole. So when we were coming back after I went to pick him up, he showed me the pole, and I was like, based on the width of the pole and the damage of the car, I was like, man, thank you, God, my husband is okay. Thank you, he is fine, and the only pain he has was his back. And when I tell you, nothing but anger and rage filled me, because he told me after the person hit him, they stopped, and it was like the person realized what they did, was about to get out their car, and hesitated and decided not to, and left. So it was a hit and run. They realized what they did and did not even stay. They left him. And he said one person saw what happened and came to him to find out if he was okay. And he told the person yes. And the person asked him, do you want me to move the car over for you? Because they saw that my husband was still in a state of shock. And he said no, he's going to keep the car there so that the cops can, see what's going on. And then the person left. He said he was there and nobody else stopped to make sure he was okay. And then he said it so happened that he was there, an ambulance saw the accident. He stopped to wave them down, and they slowed down and kept going. And I'm like, what do you mean the ambulance slowed down, saw you waving at them, and kept going? That don't make any sense. So he told me that the ambulance didn't stop to make sure he was okay. And I was like, you must be kidding me. We as individuals, we cannot be so heartless to know that you drive and you hit somebody and you don't even stop to check to make sure that person is okay. Now, I've always heard of hit and run, but I've never realized or imagined that I would be that person being caught up in a hit and run, much less my husband. I've never been in an accident before with another car. I've been in an accident before where an ex of mine's mom drove my car into a pole. But all I could think about was my husband okay? So when I got there to pick him up, he was talking to officers, and I went and gave him a hug, and I was like, baby, are you okay? And he said yes. And he said, let's get in the car. And I got in the car, and I was still so mortified. I was still, sad and in tears because I could not believe what I was seeing right now. So, I was pretty heated this morning. I was pretty upset because I felt like I just wanted to see that person. And trust me, the thoughts that were going through my mind, because I'm like, you hit my husband, you hit his car, and you left to not check and make sure he was okay. And then you could have took his life. You could have took away my life partner. You could have took away my boy's dad. And the anger in me this morning and the thoughts that I was thinking, I was like, God, just cleanse my mind right now, because I know these thoughts that I'm thinking are not of you. And in my anger and my rage, no, there's no more, baby. It's finished. You don't even eat Cheetos. So I was just eating some Cheetos, and he asked me for one, which is weird because I've always offered him some of my Cheetos, and he has never taken any. So I've been crying all morning. I've been crying because I'm sad, and I'm crying because I'm happy that he's okay, and I'm sad because I keep thinking about what could have been, what could have happened. And I'm driving. I've been driving all morning because he's still pretty shooken up. So he doesn't want to drive. And I know that's a natural reaction when you get in an accident. You don't want to immediately start driving because the fear of what could have happened is still in your mind. So I've been driving us around all morning because we had to go to the lot where the car was taken. And that was another reason why I was so pissed off, because of how damaged the car was. We didn't think of finding out from the guy if he could, the record guy, if he could take the car to our house. So we ended up having him take it to their car lot. Then when we went there to get the car, so that the record guy that we got to take the car to the car place to go fix the car, they told us we had to pay $290 to get the car. Almost $300 to get the car. Now, mind you, it was a hit and run. So, everything right now got to come out of pocket. And then you know how these car insurance people are. They want you to be paying them money. But then when stuff happens, they don't want to give you your check. So, these people tell me we gotta pay $290 to get our car, and if we don't get it today by 5 o'clock every day, they're gonna add money to it. And I was so pissed because I felt like we're being punished for something that wasn't our fault, and it's like they didn't even care. So I didn't deal with it because I know when I'm angry, I can quickly go from 0 to 100 real fast. And when that happens, I forget my faith, I forget respect, and my mouth is not in control of what it says. So I have to be mindful of how I'm feeling and the emotions, the raw emotions that I was feeling in this very moment. So right now our car is at the body shop. It's gonna get fixed. Got to reach out to the insurance people and go from there and see what can be done, if they will pay out the fact that it wasn't our fault. I mean, it's so crazy, and I'm just thankful that my husband is okay. I'm thankful that, you know, he's not hurt badly. He does have back issues, so with this accident his back is hurting now. And another issue, we're not rich. Financially, we're having a struggle, a hardship. So this was not something we were prepared for. And my husband and I are always talking about how we need to get prepared for the rough patches. But it's hard to get prepared for a rough patch when financially you don't have it to prepare. So this we weren't prepared for. Then he hurt his back. And I called his physician this morning, and they said that they couldn't see him because they could see him, but they can't see him with his insurance because his insurance will not cover it through them. So I called his insurance, and they say he had to go to the emergency room. But then when they told us how much the bill would be, I'm like, there is no way you can't tell me that we aren't being punished for something that was done to him. Because when they dropped the numbers, I'm like, huh? You're telling me we have to pay this amount for something that he did not do? Something that was done to him, and we gotta pay for what they did. Give me the phone. So right now he's at home sleeping. You know, I'm the nagging wife right now. I keep asking him if he's okay because I am worried.
No.
I am worried, and I want to make sure that my husband is doing well. And he, you know, he tells me he's okay. And that's all that matters, that he's okay. You know, I am watching him because, you know, tomorrow it could be worse. So I'm praying that it, you know, it's okay. We did pray this morning when we got home. You know, we prayed and just thank God because it could have been worse. So thank you guys for watching. I just want to say that if you're driving and you hit somebody, I mean, whether you have insurance or not, do the right thing and don't drive off and not check if that person is okay. Don't be a heartless person. Don't be a heartless bitch. Check if that person is okay. I mean, even if you check if the person is okay and then drive off, you shouldn't drive off at all, but at least check if that person is okay. Because this person this morning could have took away a dad. He could have took away a son. He could have took away a husband. And they didn't even care. And when I tell you, I've been so angry that every time I pass a car that is yellow, not a car, SUV that's yellow, and I'm looking to see if they have any damage to their car, and I'm like, are they the one that hit him? Because I'm so angry. But I have to realize that I have to let that anger go, because there's nothing I can do about it now. But I am so hurt, and I'm so happy that my baby's okay, and just giving God thanks. So guys, thank you for watching. I truly appreciate this, and just let the ones you love know how much you love them. Give them hugs, give them kisses, because tomorrow's not promised. Today is not promised. And just the fact that the call could have been, unfortunately, your husband passed, or somebody could have came and knocked at my door, a police officer, and said, are you Mrs. Henry? Unfortunately, we have to tell you your husband was in the accident. And it could have, and my mind was racing. It was going to these places, and I had to keep looking at him and be like, he's okay. Tears running down. He's okay. So make sure you guys just appreciate the people that are around you, especially in this sad time with the coronavirus and everything. And just make sure you let the ones you know you love them. Spend time with them. Yesterday, Ian and I walked our neighborhood for a good hour and a half. And that was a plan to do it every day this week. But right now, he's not feeling well. So he said he's going to try tomorrow. He took the week off from work just to make sure his back is good, because the job that he does is extremely strenuous. But I'm so happy that he's doing good. And, thank you guys for listening to me ramble. Just thank you. Thank you guys for watching, and I truly appreciate you. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, guys. I just want to hear from you guys, your comments, your love, your appreciation, my appreciation to you, and you just being a part of our lives. So again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell so whenever I post, you will be notified. Thank you. Bye.
Then they set up that slowed down the dog.
So you came out the car and flagged them down?
They looked at me and slowed down.
And just kept on going?
They just kept on going. I said, okay. Maybe because I'm...
Well, all I can say is we just got to keep saying thank God that the car was hurt, but car was damaged. Car can't be hurt. Car was damaged, but you not.
That went on fast and hit that pole.
And you didn't wrap around that pole.
Did you go?
Well, you had your seatbelt on, so.
The impact fell.
The thing is, we do gotta monitor your back though, because you did hurt your back. So we gotta make sure that it's not worse than what it is. Definitely want to make sure the back is not worse than what it is.
Been praying. I just thank God that he went worse. I'm glad he protected. The doggone tow driver said he must have been a good driver. If I didn't turn and try to swerve out the way while blowing my horn, I was trying to move out the way, but he still got me. If I would have just kept going straight, I would have. Luckily, I was trying to turn out the way.
Luckily, it didn't happen during the daytime when we're on the road like now, and had the kids in the car, because he would have hit Jeremiah.
Jeremiah would have hit me from right up. It would have hit that boom. Then you would have spawned us. It would have hit Jeremiah.
Shoot, as long as And it didn't happen when I'm in the car because you can handle it more than I could.
Like I said, people got in the car and did the right thing. Man. You can't do that to no human being. You gotta be. That's just like I don't care if you drunk or hard or whatever the hell it is. You gotta.
I mean, if you drunk, you barely know what you're doing.
You gonna make it worse though.
When you drive and you drunk, you barely know what you're doing. But if you sober as hell and you drive and hit somebody,
even I told the police, told you they slowed down the way they thought about it. If you got that much time, ain't no man.
So maybe the person probably wasn't even drunk because if they stopped and thought about coming out the car, pulling over, and then they panicked and just left. Not even a check to make sure you were okay.
Me running into a pole, hey, I'm like...
I mean, I could understand if they hit you and you didn't run into anything, but you ran into a pole. So, and it's a fat pole, because that pole is big. And they didn't check to make sure that, you were okay. They don't care if you have a family, if anything could have happened to you, nothing. They just kept going.
I hope police find them. Hopefully they should have been got. I hope they just charged the hell out of them. Whoever the fuck it is. I couldn't tell if it was a man or woman. I can't see nothing, dog.
I would just like a minute with them, whoever it is. Just a minute. Just a minute. Because I'd be damned if they try to make me a widow. Or have my kids be fatherless. Just because you want to be stupid. And if you're speeding and not looking where you're going.
Yeah, they were trying to beat the light. That's the difference. You be trying to beat the light.
And that's the thing. People just piss me off because you are driving. Your light turned red. Stop your ass where you at. Why are you still going to determine to go when your light is red? Just because you don't want to sit down and have to wait.